Doing business in the US where I used to live and doing business in Cameroon, two different worlds. Hi guys, and welcome back to another day in my life for real. I feel like I've just been running up and down. I haven't been keeping up with posting videos 2 to 3 times a week. That's just because I've been quite busy. We are 5 days out from school starting. So today I wanted to talk about the seasons of hard work that don't seem like they are paying off. We have to talk about money. We have to talk about the level of effort that we put into some projects, and we feel like no matter what we do, it doesn't look like it's producing as much, return. So that's the topic of today. That's what I wanted to touch base on. First of all, before we get into the video, this is what I noticed. The lighting in my car is not really perfect. So if I sit back, it's gonna be a bit blurry. If I sit right now like this, the image is looking better, and I'm using my phone, guys. So if you hear my phone vibrating or something like that, just know that it's messages and phone calls. So let me get started about this topic because I feel like it's really important. I'm actually in a good mood today, guys. Don't get me wrong. As much as it's a bad season, I'm still in a good mood, right? Giving up when it's a bad season is really not an option, right? I'm not one of those people to give up just because it's a bad season. I've learned over the years that sometimes you just have to go with the flow, and as much as the flow can be like a roller coaster, but you still have to go with the flow. Maybe in future videos I'm going to tell you more about my current situation right now, but it's really not in my control. It's not the fault of my staff. It's really at the state level, right? Some decisions have been made, and we're going through the process of trying to figure out what is going on. But it has nothing to do with the fact that there's gonna be school or there's not gonna be school. By the time you guys watch this video, you know what? By the time you watch this video, school will be starting next Monday. So just keep that in mind. So school is still on track to start. We're still on track for classrooms to be ready so that the kids can move into the classrooms. So everything is working. I mean, at that level, right? Things are going fine. But at the level of the state, there are so many things that we're going to talk about in future videos that I don't want to reveal now because things are still uncertain. We entrepreneurs, the way we live our life, it's so easy to just assume that we're doing the best that we can and we're just happy. No, I'm not saying we're not happy. I am a happy person. I'm a happy being, but I'm somebody who deals with shit every day. I really didn't find another word to describe it because that's how I call it. Because you get to a point where you want to curse at life. You get to a point where when your phone rings, you just annoyed and you're pissed like for no good reason. You just annoyed that why is it that my phone is ringing. Well, I want to put out a disclaimer. We are not happy every single day. I mean, even when we talk about passion, like we're passionate about what we're doing, we're loving what we've been able to build. But guys, there are many days that I want to give up. Many of these days. But you have to look at the positive, right? On the positive side of the coins, I love what I'm doing. You birthing a business and you have to put every single thing that you have for that business to thrive. And now the thing that they don't tell you is that the bigger you grow, right? You started with maybe 2 people, 2 staff. The bigger you grow, the more responsibilities you have, the more structure you have to put in place. I mean, everything is going to be shifting. If you had a structure and policies, company policies, and maybe a process already in place with 2 staff, it's not going to be the same with 10 staff. It's not going to be the same when you have 20 staff. At the school level, I have an overall 23 staff. It's not the same as me managing the boutique where I only have 2 staff, right? I mean 2.5 because I have an assistant, intern / You get that. So it's really not the same. It's not the same. Now you have to be accountable to all these people that you're hiring, because you're feeding families. So you cannot really afford not to pay your staff on time. And I've always told myself that if I become a CEO, a boss, I didn't want to be in a situation where at the end of the month, my staff wouldn't have something to go home with. They always say the boss or the CEO eat last. That's really the reality of it. This is not just a thing that people say. It is the truth. As much as you can see buildings, you can see investment, you can see cars, you can see all of these things, we eat last. Long time ago, now I have a different perspective in life when it comes to entrepreneurship. But I used to see some entrepreneurs that were always frustrated, always angry, always disappointed with life. They wanted more. And I felt like they were not grateful enough. Like, why would you be complaining when you have all of these things, you know? Because the thing is that's what we see, right? You guys who are watching me, you see the school, you see the store, you see my Waja Consulting virtual company. Virtual, because I'm still working on the office thingy, right? But you see me thriving from this little 15-minute clip. You don't see what's behind the scene. I feel like giving up almost every single morning. This is not a joke. The only way and the only reason I'm still standing is because I can see how far I've come, and I can see the level of effort and passion that I had. And I'm not going to give that up just because I'm going through a bad season. That's really the only reason why I'm not giving up. Because sometimes life pulls so many tricks and put it out. I mean, just put it in your face for you to just say enough is enough. I'm giving up. And I'm here to tell you, you're going to have those days, right? Just like I'm having those days now. You're going to have those days. You're going to feel like you're not passionate anymore. You're even going to forget why you started the thing that you are currently doing. I had to go through sometimes I have to go through pictures in order to remind myself of, wow, this was the time that I was dreaming to do this. This was the time that I flew to China. This was the time that I flew to this place. This and so forth, right? Sometimes looking at those pictures or videos or talking to people who knew me at that time really put things into perspective. Because guys, it's really tough. It's tough. And another thing that they don't tell you is doing business in the US, where I used to live, and doing business in Cameroon, two different worlds. I mean, and I think it's not just Cameroon, because I have friends from Nigeria, Ghana, all of these places, and we have the same stories, you know. So I think it's just different culture. So it also depends. I think your level of stress when it comes to business also depends where you are and the people that you are dealing with. I love my people, don't get me wrong. The reason why I moved to Cameroon wasn't because of businesses. It was mainly because I love Cameroon. I love my people. I love the fact that people are so free. I mean, free and relaxed. I mean, we're not a capitalistic culture, right? So this is a capitalistic society. So people are not just money, 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 money. Let me work, work, work. So I love that vibe. But to a certain extent, guys, a part of me wishes that people will be just a little bit more capitalistic, right? Because I see how tough it is to have an idea, put everything into plan, writing down everything, drafting the contract, the proposal, getting the contract, doing everything that you need to do. And you now hire the people that are supposed to oversee the project. And guess what? They're just chilling. I mean, you have deadlines. And that's another thing that people don't understand, is that when you're dealing with clients, for YGR Consulting, for example, I work one-on-one with many of my clients who are investing here in Cameroon. And sometimes just giving them a phone call to tell them, okay, sometimes I have to breathe. I can't even breathe now. Sometimes I have to breathe, because I'm like, okay, where do I start? Where do I really start? By telling them, this is the current climate of Cameroon. This is what's going on. It's not the fact that I didn't want to do the work. It's really the people that, you know, I'm hiring. It's the people that are there. It's not just me. Everybody else is complaining. So it can't just be me. It can't just be me. I want to refuse that it's only me. It's really everyone. I remember my girlfriend's mom So my girlfriend was telling her mom about me and some of the challenges. I think it was last year. Some of the challenges and issues that I'm having with some of the technicians that I was working with. And her mom basically told her that changing people or shifting people, you know, because they're not doing the job, is not going to solve the issue. This is Cameroon. People will drive you nuts. They will drive you crazy. But guess what? The next guy is going to be worse. The guy after may be worse, or the guy after may be the same as the guy number one. So that was my girlfriend's mom advice. My mom gave me the same advice. My dad gave me the same advice. Anybody else who had relocated back to Cameroon just told me from the beginning, chill out, chill out. There are things that you're going to be frustrated. There are things that you will not even understand. Why is it that things are not moving? But that's just the way it is, you know. I know this friend of mine, he relocated to Cameroon. I mean, recent friend of mine, I met him 1 year ago. Relocated to Cameroon 6 years ago, has his amazing businesses. The guy is earning, the guy is a millionaire in dollar. So he's here in Cameroon and he was building his house. I think he's still in construction anyway, or maybe almost done. So he was right there in the process of building his house. And every time I would call him to meet him, because we had to talk business, he would always tell me, I'm at the construction site. I'm at the construction site. One day I got tired of it. I was like, okay, let me come and see your house, because I want to see what's going on there. And he was just sitting and making sure that things are moving forward. He was like, Jenny, if I don't sit here, guess what? I'm going to lose money, because some of the things will be done wrong. Some of the things will be messed up. People will not do the things that I want them to do. It's just the way it is. So I'd rather sit here and make sure everybody is doing what they're supposed to do, then go somewhere and then find out later that those mistakes are going to cost me, you know, millions. And I think he was talking from experience, right? He was talking from experience, because as much as he's at that high level of success in his life, he still had to show up almost every single day. You can hire a site manager, but it wouldn't really change much, because the site manager don't have your eyes. You can communicate to them exactly what you want, but you may still have to show up. Even me in Cameroon, me with my own project, I'm already going through a lot of things that you guys don't have any clue about. Entrepreneurship is just like, today I'm going to be sad, tomorrow I'm going to be crying, the next day I'm going to be down, and the next day we're going to be happy, the next day we're going to be dancing, and so forth. It's really a roller coaster. So there's never, for now, I'm hoping that in the future will be better, but you will go through a lot of days of just uncertainty, of feeling like the level of effort that you're investing into the business is not really speaking in terms of money, right? Like the return on investment is not there. You're going to feel that way. And I want you to just know it's okay. It's okay, because people like me, people like that friend of mine who is a multi-millionaire in dollars, and I have to say in dollars because I'm in Cameroon, people may think we're talking about franc CFA. No, I'm talking about he's a multi-millionaire in dollars, but he still has to stop everything, show up at the construction site to make sure everything is working. And that's what we have to do. That's unfortunately the reality. So when I always talk about, I've been in forums, right, where I talk about entrepreneurship, the hardship, the this, the that, and I really love talking about the hardship, because I feel like many people see this, right? They see this life of, where are my glasses? Wait, hold up. This is what they see. Okay, this is what they see. They see just live and just picture on Instagram like this, right? And the caption saying, today has been a good day. Guys, this is just 2 seconds of taking a picture and looking just fly. Just 2 seconds. Life is not like that on the regular. I'm not dressed like that on the regular. And I want to be able to tell you and show you and really walk you through the process of how things are moving, things are not moving. Right now, school is about to start in a couple of days, and I'm not done. Like the construction and renovation that you guys saw, it's not done, it's not completed. You guys saw, I showed you what the event hall looks like, and I'm gonna put tiles, I'm gonna do the walls, I'm gonna do the lighting. None of that has been happening. Zero. Just because you go from having a team, and I do have a team. By the way, for some people who may say, but I thought you had a team. Yes, I have 2 teams of construction workers, but one of the team is actually in an apartment complex construction. So that one too is a priority, right? So I cannot really move them from the apartment complex all the way to the school. I have a second team, but the second team had another, one of my client contracts in Yaoundé, so they had to go to Yaoundé. So now I had to really oversee, and I had to outsource and ask for some other people to bring me the team. And that's the hustle, that's the hardship that I've been dealing with, because I don't know these people. They're coming with a different level of expectations. We're having to argue all the time. If you are, or you've been in construction in Cameroon, then you know the headache, the level of headache that you can get with just workers. And I'm talking about anybody involved into the construction process. It's headache. So this is really a long-winded video, but I really wanted to talk about that because I'm going through a tough season. I'm going through a season where I'm questioning a lot of my decisions. Not the decision to move to Cameroon, because of course, like, please, I'm happy, but the decision for my businesses, like, am I making the right decisions? Am I hiring the right personnel, right? We were just recruiting some people at school, and 2 of them already left before even getting started, right? We didn't even start the training that they already left because they got another better opportunity somewhere else. And I can't deny it, right? Like, if it's better somewhere else, then go ahead, because I would have done the same. If it's better somewhere else, I would have left. But that's what you have to deal with. You have to deal with the fact that people may show up today. They may sign the contract that they're going to be working within your company, and then 1 month later things happen, life happen, and they leave. Now you have to go back again and train somebody else. It comes with the title of becoming a CEO, comes with the title with having a business and being called an Afro boss lady. That's just it. So you can't really avoid that. If you're lucky, you're going to hire really amazing people, but guess what? You don't know how they're going to perform. So in the past, I've hired really amazing people, just like I've hired ridiculously lazy people. And yeah, that's just what it takes. That's the life. That's the reality. So I don't even know. I feel like I'm just going round and round. But yeah, I wanted to tell you this is what has been going on. There are so many things that I want to talk about. But I'm going to give it time, right? I'm going to give it time, and I'm going to sit here. If not in my car, in my office. If not in my office, somewhere, But I'm going to sit with you guys, and we're going to talk about every single thing that transpired during this season. But on a lighter note, school is about to start. I'm excited because as much as I'm working, I'm hustling, I'm not sleeping enough, I can't go on vacation. I have a staff, right? The people that have been there with me for years or since last year, they've been amazing as really helping out, really giving suggestions, really doing things outside the job title. Really, they've been there for me, and so I really appreciate all of them. I appreciate the head teacher that we hired. I hired him last year, and I remember when I hired him, I told him, I said, I'm giving you a chance because I want you to succeed. I'm giving you a chance. But guess what? This school is going to be different than the other school that you were in, and we're going to do things different because that's just the way it is. And he's been doing amazing. He's been improving. He's been evolving as a person. He's been growing with us. He's been somebody that has been really for the growth of the school. He wants things to work. He wants us to succeed. And I love people with that spirit, with that mindset, who are not just there for the paycheck, but they're also there because they want to see an impact. And I'm fortunate and I'm happy that I've met people like that I'm working with people like that. The other thing that makes me happy is that my goal of reaching 400 students and even going past 400 students, it's about to be true. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. I can see it. I can feel it. Just today I had a meeting with my admin, and we basically sat down and we were just looking at the numbers, and we realized that last year around the same time of school starting, we had less than 100. We had less than 50 enrollment, right, before school, because usually in Cameroon, most students have the enrollment fees paid within that first week of school starting, right? The first 2 weeks. I want to say the first 2 weeks. So this year school is starting September 6th. So that will be the date that you will see parents coming in. Like, the line will be long because people are trying to do things last minute, right? They will come with the kid, and as soon as they pay for enrollment fees, the kid will just enter the classroom. That's just the way it is here in Cameroon. So people don't really pay ahead of time, or you know, 2 weeks, 1 month in advance. But I'm so happy that before school starts we already had a good number of students, and I can't wait. And those are actually new students, so I can't wait to see what the numbers are gonna look like within the first month of school starting. I'm already excited, guys. I'm super excited. But that's the little things like that makes me happy, because as much as you work hard and you feel like nothing is showing up, nothing is working, you know, you don't see what you're doing, it doesn't translate to having more money. And little things like that, like this week, for example, oh my God, I'm just looking at parents coming in in and out, and you know, the bank account increasing, and it makes me happy. It makes me happy because I've been, I just feel like, thank you. Thank you, because all the hard work is now paying off. So I hope this video was really helpful to some of you who may be entertaining the idea of really going into entrepreneurship, or some of you who needed that little motivation to keep on moving. Just know that you're not alone. We are there with you. We are there together. And I'm here to share my story, my journey into this entrepreneurship life. And I hope, and I'm hoping that somehow, somewhere, it will inspire somebody, right? So thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna update you on the many things happening, but we're gonna talk later. So if you have questions, don't forget to drop a comment down below. Also, I know so many of you are new to this channel, so thank you for subscribing. Thank you if you actually watch till the end. And make sure to always like, share, also share, because it's going to help the algorithm to pick my videos, so that more people can have the opportunity to know more about, you know, just entrepreneurship life, moving to Cameroon, building businesses, and so forth. So thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.